Hey there, Brad. This is Chase at Gateway in Dallas. It's a little easier for me to highlight kind of what I see, small things that I think you'd want to catch in person. So I'll just go around the Charger now. I'll start with that little spot check area just on the roof. I think at some point this has been sprayed satin black. A little bit of that divot, not a major eyesore, but it is present, and the spray looks pretty good going across the top of the car. And the trim's in good shape too, just minor abrasions, not major oxidation, texture, anything like that. That gives you a good idea of the cream interior inserts to the door cards dash against the yellow. Pretty nice job for who reupholstered it. I'll just go down the line here with you. It does have a lowered front rake to the suspension side. Paint's pretty consistent, but it does look like a spray that, depending on the shop setting, you see a little bit of trash under the paint, minor texture. It's got some little fine line blemishes here. So probably not in the best booth setting, but that's nice. Sometimes you can sand that down if you were going with a wrap, a little paint and body shop some PDR, getting some of the dings out, and you see a little bit of that too, where orange peel through, just wasn't taken down, probably single stage. Graphics are laid over pretty nicely, and then really exterior window trim looks good. Around the car looks nice, but I did see the both front and rear bumpers show some older age just for the re-chrome. You get a little bit of spotting and texture here. That's virtually down to the steel. And that's what's nice too. If you ended up going satin black across the car, you could probably polish or sand that back down and then rewrap the bumpers black too, just to add to it. But we try to kind of factor in total condition for the price, and this one's, you could take it to shows, it certainly looks the part, but you can kind of tell back to that Aero when it was kitted out. The car is still very straight for us. Looks like it's all steel. We've gone around it with a magnet too, and it holds up pretty nicely, but I think at some point it just had a respray before this gentleman's ownership. Wheels and tires are in good shape, and he didn't hesitate putting miles on it. I wouldn't say anything interior wise needs to be done outside of if you redid the door cards on this side or ended up putting some upholstery on it. Mirrors that were sprayed, pretty typical where that paint's not thick, some minor chips there. This side shows a little more of where those spot welds come in, just connecting the A-pillar there on the roof. And you can see they didn't go as far down that original dash shield. I'm sure the glass was removed, but that's present. And back towards the front, a little bit of just speckling, minor oxidation. And here's some of that chrome texture just on the front. I think the red paint's been inserted. That shows some chips. So it was, kind of had a few different versions for how it was crafted out. That's kind of the worst of the front bumper side there. A little bit of discoloration, browning, but not majorly present till you get right up on it. I at least want to highlight that for you. I'll get up under and verify that frame looks in good shape. We check that before they come in too. We turn them away if they're any sort of integrity, structural issues, and holes through the floors, so we just don't want on site. Got the VIN code down for you now, and you can see where they took some of that upholstery through, but all in all, pretty good shape for low 20s price. And kind of a matter, like you said, if it's got some character to it, loud, and then I'll just send this over and you let me know what you think.